Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, and this week's contract tip has to do with exhibits in your purchase and sale contract. So you need to make sure, regardless if you are the listing agent or the selling agent, that if there is an exhibit that is part of the contract, you need to actually attach it to the contract and reference that exhibit in the purchase and sale agreement. So the issue is, what happens if you have a purchase and sale agreement signed by the buyer and the seller, and in the actual purchase and sale, the actual exhibits are not referenced on the exhibit section of the purchase and sale. However, you do have exhibits, part of the agreement, that are also signed or initialed by the buyer and the seller. Are they part of the contract or not? Well, bottom line is, it would be up to a judge to actually make that decision. Hopefully it won't ever get that far. So the point of practice for you as an agent is always make sure that all of your exhibits are referenced in the body of the purchase and sale, whether it be a buyer's agent initiating an offer or for you as a listing agent to counter back with those exhibits referenced. So for example, the GAR purchase and sale agreement, in the section of the purchase and sale agreement itself, on page 6 of the contract, the 2017 GAR contract, it does say all exhibits and or addenda attached hereto, listed below, or referenced herein are made part of this agreement. With that verbiage, it seems that if you do have an exhibit that is signed by the buyer and the seller, and you can demonstrate that those exhibits were sent to the parties simultaneously with the purchase and sale agreement, it does say that it's referenced. And the exhibits themselves also reference the offer date of the purchase and sale agreement. So that one's a little more, the verbiage in the contract helps with that one. In the RE forms, however, on page 3 of the purchase and sale agreement, in the RE forms under the exhibits, it says the following exhibits are attached to and made a part of this offer. So it's a little bit more vague there. Bottom line, you guys, don't let it get to the point of it being a judge's decision. Definitely you want to reference them. An attorney that I spoke with did say that he could not find any case law on this, at least in the cursory glance that he did offer to do for my question. But again, bottom line, it is going to be a judge's decision. But typically, if the parties can demonstrate the intent that these exhibits were part of the overall agreement, then that the intent is there, that they weren't part of the agreement. Nothing's an issue until it's an issue. Let me tell you, it's going to be an issue, especially if a buyer and seller are binding under a GAR contract agreement. There is a GAR Community Association Disclosure Agreement, for example, in the 2017 that is signed by the buyer and the seller, not referenced in the body of the purchase and sale agreement, not sent simultaneously with the purchase and sale agreement, but sent at a later point in time. There is going to be potential issue because in that community association disclosure, there is some verbiage in there that puts a financial burden on the seller should certain fees not be disclosed. So that's just an example where for you as an agent, again, if you are a selling agent, then you want to make sure and attach those exhibits, but you may not have access to, for example, a seller's property disclosure exhibit or a community association disclosure exhibit. So you definitely want to send that offer, making it contingent upon those being attached. You listing agents, if you have those, if the seller has filled those out, which they should by virtue, at least the disclosure form by virtue of the listing agreement, watch my other video on that, then you definitely want to make sure that you counter offer, including those exhibits, and get the buyer's signature on there. Hope this contract tip helped you out. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, satisfying your needs with service, innovation, and education.